Welcome back to Local Garden Queens. It's the end of November. Thanksgiving is 2 days away. The garden is kind of at a standstill now because of reduced sunlight. Good news is the tree to the south of the garden, the leaves have dropped, so it's getting a little bit more sunshine, but the hours are minimal, I guess, so not much going on. Let's take a quick look. Comfrey here, still looking fairly healthy. Got a little burn on the corners of the leaves here, on the edges, but it still looks good. So this bed here, the peppers are pretty much gone. They got frost damage. I picked peppers that were large enough and I just left the rest, and I'm just gonna let these well, they're pretty much dead already. I'm just gonna let them dry up and leave it until next season. So you can see some intermixed bok choy is getting bigger. The dill flowers actually made seeds. I was afraid it wasn't gonna have enough time, but it did. So I have some seeds for next season. Some little baby carrots here that took, and also a few rows, you can see here, a few rows of radishes. And of course I did plant some beets, which are not really around anymore. Maybe a few leaves there. I don't know if you can see, they're kind of reddish, they might be blending in, but anyway, the beets aren't very successful in this bed, but everything else seems to be doing pretty good. Let me take you to the bed behind this one. And also, this is bok choy here. One of them is looking bigger. There's other small ones in the front. The tomato plant, you can see frost damage. Obviously this tomato's gone. One lone bok choy making flowers here. And that's it for this bed. I'll probably end up picking this bok choy and make one good meal out of it for 3. That's probably how much I'm gonna get out of all of this bok choy. So again, this bed also, there's some bok choy in here. There were jalapeno peppers here, and 2, or actually 1 bell pepper plant. Those were snipped. I left the roots intact in the ground. And you can see the bok choy is looking pretty healthy, of course. This is not a bad time of the year for it. As long as we don't get any hard freezes, they should do pretty well. It's been moist. And in this bed, the beets are doing much better. You can see the beet leaves are much bigger. I don't know what's happening underneath that. The actual beets, they must be pretty small still. Well, I'll find out eventually. And you can see rows of radishes here. Again, also they're kind of pretty much at a standstill. Very slow to grow because of the lack of sun. In this bed, we have, of course, the green onion here, looking very healthy. It'll probably survive the winter and make a nice seed bulb for spring or end of spring. And all along this area here, as an experiment, I planted spinach, and it doesn't seem like any of it sprouted. Again, I don't know why. It seems the conditions have been favorable. Also, I did plant spinach in the other bed, the first bed that I showed. Nothing sprouted there as well. I don't know, maybe it's the seeds, but then again, I haven't tried sprouting them at home under controlled conditions, so I really can't say. And of course, there's some kale here from last year. Let's move on over past the herb area to the currant bush. And there's a tomato plant here that is damaged. I wouldn't say it's dead yet, just like the other one, but it's pretty much done considering that this is end of November. So that's it. There you have it. That's the garden. Things aren't doing too bad actually. The cool weather crops, they look pretty healthy. Obviously there's no bug pressure this time of the year. Only problem is there's a lack of sun, so they're not growing much. Although the bok choy doesn't look too bad. Like I said, I might be able to get a harvest from that. Everything else, what you see is what you get. This is pretty much the end of the season here. I don't think I'll be doing bi-weekly updates. It's probably going to be once every month now, if that. We'll see what happens as the season continues into winter. So as always, like, share, subscribe, leave comments, and I'll see you guys next time.